Michigan Democrat Rashida Tlaib continues to push for impeachment. Joining us now, Congressman Robert Woodall, Republican from Georgia. Sir, this is going to go on for the next 2 years. Endless investigations and calls for impeachment. They're not going to go away. This is what we've got for the next couple of years. My question is, in that environment, with this harassment of the president at every turn, can the GOP get anything done in Congress?
It's not just going to be the GOP. It's going to be a bipartisan effort to get something done, Stuart. You see these folks on the left end of the Democratic Party, and they're going right over the edge. This mad rush towards impeachment, this isn't something driven by mainstream Democrats across America. This is something that's driven by the extreme left of the Democratic Party, and I think we're going to be able to come together and put a stop to it.
On what subjects? Like infrastructure? I mean, that's the most bipartisan deal here. You think, can you tell me that in the next 2 years, you believe firmly that we'll get an infrastructure package?
I absolutely can tell you that today, Stuart. In fact, I just left a transportation markup to come up here and be with you. We're moving legislation through the Transportation Committee today. We're moving it in a bipartisan way. And no, folks from the fringes of the left are not going to prevent us from getting done for the American people what we promised we'd get done.
What's the timetable on this infrastructure plan?
We've got two big bills out there. One is a larger infrastructure bill, hopefully this year. The other is a major reauthorization of the highway system next year. And the question is...
And who pays? I mean, I think the Democrats want a tax increase, and I'm not sure you do.
Well, you know, they absolutely want to see tax increases. I prefer user fees. You get what you pay for in America. If you use the roads, you pay for those through a gas tax. And that's exactly the way we'll continue funding the system going forward. But we all have roads and bridges in our district, Stuart. And no, the shrill voices on the left are not going to prevent us from solving America's problems as it relates to infrastructure.
Well, let's talk about immigration and the border for a second, because I've got two news items there. We've got another caravan coming. That's number one. And by the way, border officials are now predicting 1 million migrants will try to cross the southern border this year. Congressman, that is a real crisis. Will Congress, the House, do anything about it?
Well, I don't think you can count on the House for leadership. I think you should look to the Senate this time, Stuart. Ordinarily, I look to the House for leadership, but Nancy Pelosi, again, has these shrill voices on the left she has to manage. But it is a national emergency when you have 1 million folks trying to cross the border without a visa. And we have real problems that we can fix, not just at the border, but with legal visas. We haven't reformed the immigration system since the mid-1990s, and we can do better in the 21st century.
Sir, I got to believe that this plays to the Republicans' political advantage, because when Middle America sees people lining up by the million to get in here and stay here, I think there'll be a reaction against the Democrats who are not doing anything. What say you?
Well, we're either a nation of laws or we're not. And we can be open to families from all over the world coming to pursue their American dream, but it doesn't mean throwing out the laws while we do it. We are a nation of immigrants. We are a nation of laws. And you're absolutely right, Stuart. Middle America still believes that following the law means something to us. It's part of our culture. It's part of our future.
Thank you, Mr. Congressman. We appreciate you being with us today. All good stuff. Thank you, sir.